American Derek Lunsford, aka a younger and bigger Greg Doucette. Have you guys noticed that, by the way? He looks a lot like a Greg Doucette in the face. But can he do some damage in the open class? I figured let me use their 2021 Mr. Olympia version and compare Mr. Derek Lunsford to Nick Walker. Now, Derek Lunsford, he won the 212 category, and Nick Walker controversially placed in 5th. So, without further ado, let us get straight into this comparison. Now, right off the bat, we can see that Mr. Derek Lunsford, he has a much better structure, but in spite of that, Nick Walker is too big, too muscular. He has better separation and conditioning, so I'll give this pose to Nick Walker. In the front lat spread, again guys, Nick Walker, he is bigger and more conditioned, but in spite of that, his pose in the front lat spread just sucks in my opinion. With all the respect, he just cannot execute this pose properly, and that is probably due to his poor structure. When it comes to Derek Lunsford, in spite of being soft upstairs, and I've also mentioned this previously, but Derek Lunsford must be the only bodybuilder in the world who is harder downstairs compared to upstairs. But in spite of his softness issues upstairs, I still give this pose easily to Derek Lunsford for him having a great structure. And also, Nick Walker he just sucks in this pose. There's no way to sugarcoat it, guys. So Derek Lunsford takes the front lat spread. When it comes to the size, guys, again, Nick Walker, his structural issues are not evident from the side, and he is bigger, more muscular, and more conditioned than Derek Lunsford, so he easily takes the side chest shot. Now, when it comes to the side triceps, in my opinion, Nick Walker should take a page out of Derek Lunsford's book and sort of twist more to the front, giving him more size. But in spite of that, he has a bigger triceps, and overall, he is in much better condition compared to Derek Lunsford, and he is also bigger, so he takes the side triceps as well. Now, I believe Mark Max Muscles mentioned that Nick Walker has the best back double biceps in the IFBB today, and I disagree. When it comes to the downstairs department, I can see how he has the best downstairs department in the IFBB from the back today, but upstairs, guys, Nick Walker, he just lacks a few details here and there, even though he has great lat insertions and he has a fairly thick back. Comparing him to someone like Derek Lunsford, which in my opinion has a much better case for having the best back double biceps in the IFBB today. Derek Lunsford, he hits a great back double biceps. And do not burn me at the stake, guys. I'm not saying that he is as good as Phil Heath, but he is a bit reminiscent of Phil Heath in the shot, isn't he, guys? The way that he has that very detailed and 3D looking back. So, overall, this pose goes to Derek Lunsford. The same goes for the back lat spread. Now, unfortunately, I could not find a good quality shot from Nick Walker hitting the back lat spread at the 2021 Mr. Olympia. But even so, just considering Nick Walker's previous versions at the 2021 Arnold Classic and the 2021 New York Pro, I still think that Mr. Derek Lunsford would take this pose. And in this pose, in my opinion, it is very reminiscent of Phil Heath, the way he hits it, focusing more on thickness and that 3D effect compared to spreading his lats more and focusing on width. And in my opinion, this is a great decision. I'm really a big fan of the way Mr. Derek Lunsford executes this back lat spread pose, and in my opinion, he easily takes the shot against Nick Walker. Again, guys, I could not find a good quality picture of Nick Walker hitting the ab and thigh, but judging from his previous versions, I think that easily Nick Walker would take this pose in the open bodybuilding class. If this was the classic physique division, of course, Derek Lunsford, he has a much better structure and he looks more aesthetic. But then again, guys, Nick Walker is pretty much twice as hard in this pose, and he also has really good abs, and he just looks more freaky. So in the open class, I think that Nick Walker would easily take this pose. The same goes for the most muscular Nick Walker, just too muscular, too big, and too conditioned for Derek Lunsford in this pose. So he does indeed take this pose as well. And overall, guys, who will win between these two in an open bodybuilding contest? Now, obviously, Derek Lunsford, he is limited by a weight cap. He must be under 212 pounds. But as it is right now, I think that Mr. Nick Walker, the mutant, would win this comparison. I will also link in the description a Instagram video by someone who was at the 2021 Mr. Olympia, who took some really high quality footage of Nick Walker, so you guys can see how really freaky and grainy Nick Walker actually looked, because it's not that evident from these pictures. But again, guys, at the beginning of this video, I had a question, which was, can Derek Lunsford do some damage in the open class? In my opinion, he can indeed. I believe that Derek Lunsford has really good potential if he moves to the open class, just adds a bit more size. And I believe that in a couple of years, he could be a top guy in the open class. Now, let me know if you guys agree. Don't forget to comment below, and if you want to request a picture comparison, feel free to do so in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe as well, and I will see you guys later.